Hello everybody, it's your boy Muhammad here from Zero to Hero in Arabic course. Just to say a little bit of explanation on what we are going to be talking about. We are going to be talking about these topics: conversation at museum and the vocabulary and words of the lesson. And at the next part, we're going to have conjugation of present tense verb and roots of verbs and common expressions. Without any further ado, let's cut to the chase. As usual, we start out with a conversation. الحوار بين ورود وعلي. Conversation between Wurud and Ali. And Wurud basically is an Arabic name and it literally means flowers. Okay, let's get started. كم متحف اكو ببغداد. اكو متاحف هواية ببغداد بس احسنهن المتحف العراقي. وين المتحف العراقي؟ في منطقة العلاوي ببغداد. شنو هذه البناية الكبيرة؟ هذا هو المتحف العراقي. كم متحف اكو ببغداد. It basically means how many museum is there in Baghdad. كم or كم, both of them mean how many. How many. You can use both of them. كم متحف and متحف or متحف. There are actually two ways to pronounce it. متحف or متحف. متحف means museum. كم متحف, how many museum. اكو ببغداد. اكو means exist or there is. How many museum is there ببغداد. is preposition and means in, and Baghdad means Baghdad. How many museum is there in Baghdad? اكو متاحف هواية ببغداد. اكو متاحف هواية ببغداد. اكو means there is or exist. متاحف. متاحف is plural and it means museums. There is a lot of museums. هواية. هواية means a lot of or so many. اكو متاحف هواية. There's a lot of museums ببغداد. In Baghdad. بس احسنهن المتحف العراقي. Best means but. احسنهن best of them, but best of them is Iraqi museum. المتحف العراقي. المتحف العراقي is basically is the name of the museum in Iraq. Is the place or museum that people call it المتحف العراقي. وين المتحف العراقي؟ وين المتحف العراقي؟ وين means where. Where is the Iraqi museum? وين المتحف العراقي? وين basically means where. في منطقة العلاوي ببغداد. In the region of Alawi in Baghdad. في basically means in, but we don't use it predominantly in dialect. In dialect, we utilize ib, not fi. But sometimes we have to use fi. منطقة العلاوي. منطقة basically means area or region, and Alawi is the name of place. But sometimes we pronounce it منطقة or Medina, but in some context we have to pronounce it منطقة. Sometimes we attach this noun to other noun. For example, in this context, we attached it to Alawi. منطقة العلاوي. In this context, we have to pronounce تاء التأنيث. But in other contexts, we can say منطقة or Medina without تاء التأنيث. But here, we have to pronounce it منطقة العلاوي. ببغداد. شنو هذه البناية الكبيرة? What is this big building? شنو basically means what, and هذه means this. It's demonstrative pronouns. البناية building and الكبيرة is big. هذه is demonstrative pronouns and it's feminine. Because البناية is feminine noun, then we have to use feminine pronouns. هذه, or we can also say هاي. شنو هاي البناية or شنو هذه البناية. الكبيرة is also feminine adjectives because البناية the noun is feminine. البناية الكبيرة. هذا هو المتحف العراقي. هذا هو المتحف العراقي. This is that Iraqi museum. هذا means this. هو is the pronouns refers to museum. المتحف العراقي Iraqi museum. This is that Iraqi museum. خلينا نشتري تذاكر. Let us to buy tickets. خلينا means let us. But خليني with this pronoun, with this attached pronouns, it means let me. خليني, but خلينا means let us. نشتري, we buy تذاكر, tickets. تذكرة is singular, but تذاكر is plural, tickets. Let us to buy tickets. خلينا نشتري تذاكر. ماشي, okay. عجبك المتحف? عجبك المتحف? Did you like museum? عجبك المتحف؟ هواية عجبني. خصوص القاعة السمرية. means yes. Basically in Arabic means yes. هواية عجبني. Yes, I liked it so much. هواية means so much. عجبني means I liked it. خصوص القاعة السمرية. خصوصا means particularly or especially. القاعة means hall and السمرية means Sumerian hall. القاعة السمرية. But Ali says عاني عجبتني القاعة العاشورية. I liked Syrian hall. I liked Syrian hall. As you know, Sumeriya and Al-Ashuriya, Sumerian and Assyrian are ancient Mesopotamian civilization. And verse says العراق قديم جدا. العراق قديم جدا. Iraq is old seriously. العراق, Iraq is old. قديم means old. جدا means really or seriously. But in previous phrase, the reason we used عجبتني not عجبني because القاعة is feminine. Then we have to use عجبتني not عجبني. Okay. عاني عجبتني القاعة العاشورية. نعم هو أقدم من مصر. نعم هو أقدم من مصر. Yes, that's older than Egypt. نعم means yes. هو is pronounced that's أقدم من older than. أقدم من means older than مصر. مصر means Egypt. Yes, that's older than Egypt. But there's an important point here, and it is أقدم. If أقدم comes with min, for example, أقدم min, it basically means older than. Okay, but if أقدم comes with no man, if أقدم comes with alone, we have to translate it as oldest, not older than. Okay, هو أقدم من مصر means older than Egypt, not oldest. أريد أزور مدينة بابل القديمة. أريد أزور مدينة بابل القديمة. أريد means I wanna. أزور I visit. مدينة means the city. بابل means Mesopotamia. And القديمة means old or ancient. I wanna visit the city of ancient Mesopotamia. أريد أزور مدينة بابل القديمة. خش فكرة. خش فكرة. خش فكرة means good idea. Good idea or good thought. فكرة means thought and خش means good. But خش is the adjective that we cannot conjugate it for other nouns. Okay. خلينا نروح سوية. خلينا نروح سوية. خلينا means let us. نروح we go. خلينا let us to go. سوية. سوية means with each other. خلينا نروح سوية. Let us to go with each other. And now we have words of lesson. Kim. Kim or Chim basically means how many, but in question sentence it means how many, but the sentences that are not question sentence, we have to translate them some. متحف. متحف means museum, or متحف. There are actually two ways to pronounce it, متحف or متحف. But the plural one is متاحف. متاحف, museums. Eku. Eku means there is or exist. But maku means there is not. Eku and maku. إهواية. إهواية. إهواية means so much or so many. أحسن. أحسن means better. أحسنها. أحسنها means best of them. And we have to use it for non-intelligent plural being, for جمع غير عاقل. For example, هاي السيارات كلها ممتازة بس لامبورغيني أحسنها. These cars are all great, are all excellent, but Lamborghini is best of them. As you know, سيارات is جمع غير عاقل. Then we have to use أحسنها. But the next one is أحسنهن. أحسنهن means best of them, but we can use it either for جمع مؤنث or we can use it for جمع غير عاقل. We can use it for both of them. جمع مؤنث, feminine plural, and non-intelligent plural being. For example, هاي السيارات كلها ممتازة بس لامبورغيني أحسنهن. These cars are excellent, but Lamborghini is best of them. In previous example, we said أحسنها, but we can also use أحسنهن. But the next one is أحسنهم. أحسنهم means best of them, but this one is for جمع مذكر, masculine plural. بناية. بناية means building, but the plural one is بنايات. بنايات, buildings. هذا. هذا basically is demonstrative pronouns, and it means this, but it's مفرد مذكر, but this one is masculine, singular. But for مفرد مؤنث, feminine singular, we say هذه or هاي. هذه or هاي, this. خلينا. خلي plus na. خلينا means let us with attached pronouns. But if you want to say this for female, for example, if you want to say let her to go, you can say خليها تروح. خليها تروح. Let her to go. نشتري. نشتري means we buy. نشتري. تذكرة. تذكرة means ticket, but the plural one is تذاكر. تذاكر. عجبك. عجبك means you liked it, but it's for female. عجبك, you liked it. But عجبني. عجبني means I liked it. I liked it. But when do we say عجبتني? عجبتني. We say this when the object that we liked it is feminine. The object or things that are feminine, in this time we have to say عجبتني. For example, هاي الفكرة عجبتني. This is the idea that I liked it. I liked this idea. هاي الفكرة عجبتني. But when do we say عجبني? عجبني. For example, هذا الموبايل عجبني. هذا الموبايل عجبني. I liked this phone. Okay. خصوصا. خصوصا. خصوصا means particularly or especially. قاعة. قاعة means hole, but the plural one is قاعات. قاعات, holes. أريد. أريد means I want. أريد. And أزور means I visit. أزور means I visit. These are present tense verbs. أريد and أزور. مدينة. Medina means city, the city. But this is singular, but for plural we say مدن. مدن, cities. أقدم. أقدم means older. For example, if you want to say this is older, you can say هاي أقدم. هاي أقدم. This is older. خش. خش means good. Good. خش. خش. But it's non-conjugated. You cannot conjugate this adjective for nouns. You cannot change this adjective. This is what it is. فكرة. فكرة. فكرة means thought or idea, but the plural one is أفكار. أفكار. Thoughts. Thoughts. سوية. سوية. سوية means with each other. سوية. نروح. نروح means we go. We go. Okay guys, thank you for watching. We have done with this part 1, but in next part 2, we're gonna go through the present tense verb that are crucially important in Arabic. Thank you for tuning to this video.